The countdown is on, just 6 days until Party Poker Mosconi Cup, and today we're in camp with Team USA as we ask, can they do the repeat on this special edition of Off the Rail? Welcome to Griff's Bar and Billiards here in Las Vegas, where we're in camp with Team USA. Coming up, we'll hear from Justin Bergman and the coach, Johan Ruysink, but first, we're privileged to have inside knowledge from the vice coach himself, Mr. Jeremy Jones. Double J, great to see you. How are you?
Good, Nick, good. Doing good and looking for a good 10 days.
Just 6 days to go now, the nerves, the excitement, It must be getting real for you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. First day of really fully training. So things to go over that we've talked about, but may have been a while, and reflecting on last year's Cup. It's been a while since we've done that, so it's good.
Of course, the whole team together here now in Vegas. What's the plan for the next 4 or 5 days before the Cup itself?
Well, we have more warm-up today, and then a warm-up match tomorrow with Team CSI, which is going to be great. A lot of great players on that team. And then more training, I'm sure some media stuff. Getting to see some fans at times, when they come in for the warm-up and whatnot. So it's going to build up all the way to Monday.
Long days for you here at Griff's for the next few days. How important is this part of the whole week for you?
Oh, it's important, and we probably got to change our schedule a little bit because we go off at 11 a.m. come Monday. So, want to be up 4 or 5 hours at least. So we'll start to change that after the warm-up, but a lot of training in between. So.
And it seems now with the fans, a lot of people starting to favour Team USA, really thinking that you guys could be the favourites for this one. Is that the feeling in the camp as well?
Yeah, the guys are real positive. They all feel good. They all feel like they're in form, which we're fortunate for that. In sports, sometimes that's not always the case. But yeah, Team Europe, they have a great team. But yeah, we like our chances, and we'll see what happens.
And since we last saw you at the Dream Challenge in Moscow, you've been to Virginia for the International Open. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, all the guys competing, of course, and I believe all the Euros competing as well, which was interesting to see, and with some big news for them. Yeah, it was great. We saw what happened with Justin making the team, and that was, it was obviously a choice, and a choice that we liked and felt like needed to happen.
And Justin was a guy you were working with earlier in the year. He was one of the initial contenders to make the team. What does he bring to the scene?
Well, he's got some experience in the Mosconi Cup, so we don't have any rookies, which, Max would have been the only rookie if possible, and then Corey. But and he's real solid, a lot of confidence with all the guys. And when they all saw the form he had at the International, and he's been at it ever since, they could see how he hits the ball. And it's weird. Justin's not one to always speak up, but you learn from him the way he plays. So it means a lot.
And it was quite a run he put together at the International Open.
Oh yeah, beating 10 in a row or something. Just top 25 or 30 ranked players in the world. So yeah, and just the level he played. Sometimes you stumble across the finish line. You get some wins that neither player played that great, but he played exceptional.
Of course, it was a run which got Justin Bergman that final spot on Team USA. He's here in Vegas with the squad this week, and Jake Hasby caught up with him.
I think it's fair to say that when the news broke that you were the last name on Team USA, it took most of the pool world in surprise. What was your reaction to that news when you found out?
Oh, shot. Well, I knew I had a chance, but I figured I had to win the International Open to have a chance. And I know some players were pulling for me. They kept telling me, keep winning, keep winning. If you get a top 3, you might get in. And then I got 4th, so I was like, I didn't know. So I knew I had a chance, but I was obviously really happy. So I knew I had a chance. So.
Yeah, you had a great run at the International. Did you feel going into that an added pressure of I need to finish deep here to?
Definitely, but I think it probably helped me, because I like the pressure, I think all the top players do. That's what we play for. So, you're really trying to play hard under the pressure.
It's your first Mosconi Cup since 2016. Not so fond memories from that year. You guys lost 11-3.
Right.
How are you approaching next week? Are those sort of memories in the back of your head, or are you taking it with a clean slate?
You got to have a short memory. I think doing anything, sports-wise, but just trying to really practice as hard as I can. Practice my break. That's huge. If we break well, it's everything. you have a huge advantage. So just try to practice as much as possible.
And you're joining a winning team this year. Those guys won in 2018. How much of that cup did you watch last year?
I probably watched 3 out of the 4 days. I might have missed like, an hour or something of it total, but I watched most of it.
And what were your feelings throughout that week watching the guys
play? I
play?
thought they played amazing. That was the best I've ever seen USA play. I thought Europe probably didn't play as strong as they have in the past, and I know we broke better. I think they changed the rules, so that's how we play here. So it really helped them out, a lot. So
you've always been widely considered as one of the most talented American pool players on the planet. Do you feel that your omission from the team in recent years is a little bit hard done by?
Yeah, I mean, well, I kind of feel like I should be on the team, but I understand, you need to get out and play the tournaments, and I don't play enough tournaments. The money's not really that great, so I don't want to go somewhere where I can't make money,
Do you feel like you've got a point to prove with that in mind then? Like you've missed the cup for a couple of years now, you're back in, it's your 4th cup. Johan's obviously picked you against obviously what a lot of people thought was in place. Do you feel like you're going to go out there and not just prove what the fans know, but your coach as well?
Definitely, yeah. It's a lot of extra pressure, but like I love it. I like pressure, so yeah.
And what's your relationship like with Coach Ruysink and also with Jeremy Jones?
Well, I know Jeremy. Me and him have been friends a long time. We've played a lot together. Johan, I mean, he's a great guy, really nice guy. I don't know him too well, but he's really smart about pool. So,
what is it that he brings to your game personally?
Mentally, helping us get in the right frame of mind. Mostly, he don't really try to, tweak our game or anything. Just giving us positive thoughts and stuff like that.
And this year we've seen, obviously, like you said, you've been training with Johan and also with Skylar, someone that you're quite close to, and you've got a great Mosconi Cup records with. How's it been practicing with him?
Oh, yeah, Skylar, I think he's one of the straightest shooters in the world. He's really easygoing. You don't feel a lot of pressure. Like, if I make a mistake, he isn't. Where some guys, or they'll kind of like look at you and roll your eyes, make you feel bad. Skylar, he's not like that. He's really easy to play with, so I like playing with him.
What sort of qualities do you feel you personally bring to this USA team?
Well, I'm gonna try as hard as I can to win. I feel like the same way. Like I feel like I'm a good doubles partner. I try not to, tell the players what to do and stuff like that.
It's a completely different atmosphere playing in the Mosconi Cup in front of loads of fans. Do you feel if you can get out there with Skylar as someone you're obviously quite comfortable with, it will melt those nerves away quite early on?
For sure, yeah. It's important to start off, strong, because if you make a mistake, then it's just like magnified, and so you need to start off at a lead, and then it puts pressure on the other team, and so.
You've got a lot of experience playing in Mosconi Cups with Shane and Skylar, two guys that you've not played with the Mosconi Cup, Billy and Tyler. How have you found practicing with those guys in recent weeks?
No, I think this is the best team we've had. They're really young guys, so they're hungry. I've always been on a team with like 1 or 2 veterans, and not saying that they didn't want to win, but these guys are practicing 10 hours a day for the past 2 years. So I know they'll be ready.
Talking of veterans, you're now 32 years old. This is going to be your 4th Mosconi Cup. Do you feel like now you're one of the veterans, given how young this team is?
Yeah, I do.
And how does that pressure affect you? Is that something that you relish? Do you look forward to being a role model that the younger guys look up to?
Yeah, definitely.
This is the 2nd time that you'll be playing for USA on home soil. What's it like performing in front of so many of your home fans?
You can't even describe it. This is what every pool player wants to do. This is why we got into the game.
And this time next week, we will know the winner of the Mosconi Cup. Will it be repeat or revenge, Justin?
Well, repeat.
Justin there, Jeremy, looking in very confident mood. Are you getting that sense from him in practice here?
Oh, absolutely. I think he's thrilled to be here. Expects to kind of be here, and things. It's only 5 can make it. And, it's not always what some may say the best players is for one reason or another. So yeah, he seems thrilled. I'm rooming with him actually, and he seems excited, ready to get up here and practice and train. And I think there's things that work out, at the table. He hasn't been in that condition in a couple of years, so some things to work out there, but he's eager, yeah.
Of course, he's missed out the last few years on the
Yeah.
Mosconi Cup team. Do you feel there's a bit of extra hunger there from him because of that?
Oh, absolutely, and, seeing last year's win, and, he was a big fan. So, yeah, I expect him to try to make the team again this year, and maybe the international kind of might show how he's feeling.
And of course, a big opportunity for him tomorrow to integrate with the team in this match
Yeah.
against CSI. How much are you looking forward to that?
Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of great play, I think. We'll throw around some matches, the entertaining things, and see how shot clocks are dealt with. So it's really somewhat, you can't duplicate the Mosconi Cup, but they're trying to duplicate everything about it that the players are going to be under, besides 2,000 fans or whatever it is in there.
It's a really exciting day we've got to look forward to here at Griff's. It's on the Matchroom Pool YouTube channel from 2 p.m. Vegas time on Wednesday. Make sure you're subscribing to see it. To find out a little bit more about that match, I spoke to the Team USA coach, Johan Ruysink. Johan, taking on Team CSI, just tell us how important these warm-up matches are for Team USA.
Very important. Not so much for the win, but definitely important for the intensity, learning the material again, getting used to the slick cloth, and also, of course, the heavy competition. It ignites a little bit extra intensity. So that's we really like to do that.
We've seen you playing Team England and Team Russia in similar matches in the past. What have you learned from those?
Well, I've learned from those that you never underestimate any team, but I also learned that we came back in every single one of them, except the last one in the Dream Challenge. But the rest we were always behind and we had to catch up. So I hope this time that we can have a better start. Because that's what we also need in the Mosconi Cup. We need to be sharp from day one and ball one.
There's definitely no underestimating Team CSI. They look very strong.
Yeah, it's absolutely. It's a little bit of a mixed bag of second bags, but absolutely talented players and high level. So for me, it's a great chance to also see some of our doubles, how they play together, see how they have the chemistry together. So that'll be important, yeah.
And you've actually captained two of the players before, Cole Boys and Oscar Dominguez.
Yes.
What do you know about those guys that you can expect to see tomorrow?
Well, I think that Cole probably didn't play all that much anymore, so he'll probably be a little bit rusty, I hope at least. Oscar always brings you to a certain level, so yeah, we got to be on top to beat them, but it's good to see them again. I didn't see them for some time, so.
And two Canadian players who we don't see often in this kind of team format because, of course, Team Canada don't have a Mosconi Cup, but they're going to be very formidable opponents.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everybody knows Alex Polina is forte. John, of course, switched hands a couple of years ago, probably 2 or 3 years ago, but after a little bit of a maybe rusty start with that, he now plays incredible actually with left-handed, as good as he played right-handed in the top-level tournaments. He beats a lot of great names, so absolutely not to be underestimated in any sense.
And Vilmos we might not see play a lot of tournaments, but he's a very, very talented pool player.
Yeah, I saw him some time ago already, playing the finals against Cheng in the World Juniors. From there on, he's been for some times in the Euro Tours and in Europe. And then I think he kind of stopped playing a little bit, but the guy's incredibly talented and he doesn't need a lot of practice to be at his top of his game, so we definitely don't think that he's the weak link or something. He'll be good.
And this match is the first time you'll have Justin Bergman part of the team for one of these. How important is it for him to be integrating into the team?
Yeah, very important. I mean, of course, obviously he knows everybody, all the players, and but it's been a little bit ago that he played with all these players. So we're now getting him ready for the slippery cloth, because that's always a little bit of a difficult thing when you start in these sort of tournaments. But he's doing well, and he's he's a very easygoing guy, easy to play with other guys also in the doubles. So that's good, and he's doing well.
And when you speak to the players before they play tomorrow, what will you be telling them? What do you want to see from them?
Intensity, sharp from ball one, a good break, especially actually the logical things that I want to see, but especially chemistry, good communication in the doubles. All these things are important. If there's something that's still lacking, then we got to address that and make it as good as possible for in a week.
I'm sure Team Europe will be watching the match. It's a chance to show them that you're very much up for this defence of the title.
I think they know. I think they've seen it last year and they will be ready to revenge. But of course, we also know that they're ready. So it's a little bit of a chess game now at the moment. A lot of people in America think that we have the edge now with Justin in the team. But I don't think it will be that easy. I think we're still the slight underdogs because they're just very much more prepared for new clubs especially. And look at the International Open, the first 3 spots were for Europeans. So it's not going to be easy at all. But obviously with the crowd behind us and being in America, I think that we can do well.
Don't miss that tomorrow. It's going to be an absolute epic and some really top players on that team, Jeremy. As Johan was saying there, I mean, Alex Pagulayan, John Morrow, Oscar Dominguez, Vilmos Valdes, and of course our own Cole Boys. That's a tough match for you guys tomorrow, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's just a really, an international flavor. A lot of guys that have a lot of accomplishments in the sport. So, and a lot of them that are, still in real nice form. So yeah, it's going to be one heck of a match.
Because last year, Team England pushed you all the way. It ended 7-6. How important was that to the preparations? Did you learn a lot from that match?
Oh, absolutely, and it was just some doubles things, more or less. Again, more about the dynamic of it. There's a few of them. Shot clock, the doubles. When you want to really speak up, what pairings work together, because some players want to speak a little bit more to their partner, and then who kind of wants to not be afraid to stand out there by themselves. So.
I'm intrigued to see which doubles pairings you go out with tomorrow. You've got that one up your sleeve, haven't you, with Justin Bergman and Skylar Woodward, who seem pretty much unbeatable when they play together.
Yeah, well, they've spent a lot of time together. They played a lot together, and they kind of feed off each other, and a lot of trust. So.
Well, Jeremy, thank you for joining us today. Great to get your insight into the camp. Just before you go, I've got to ask you, we're asking everybody, repeat or revenge? What's it going to be?
Or repeat, for sure.
I thought you might say that. Jeremy will be with us tomorrow for the match against CSI. He'll be in the booth. We're live on YouTube, so do join us for that.